Hi everyone and welcome. I'm Deej. I don't really know what to say. This is my first video. So welcome to Divinely Deej Tarot. I'm trying out tarot. I'm trying out doing tarot videos for the first time, so please bear with me. If you want to subscribe, go ahead and subscribe. If you don't want to and you're just passing through, seeing what I have to say, that's awesome too. You can give the video a thumbs up if you like the video. You can comment, you can share, you can ignore it. I don't know. I don't really know what to say. But anyway, today we are going to be talking about the truth about you. Okay. I just feel it on my heart that a lot of us don't, how do I put this? A lot of us don't really know how to feel about ourselves, how other people perceive us, what our spirit guides are saying about us, what to do, where to go, things like that. And I just felt like now is a good time to kind of talk about that and discuss it. And yeah, just kind of see who we are, I guess. I don't know. I'm going to do 3 piles today. And basically what we're going to be talking about in those 3 piles, with the truth about you, we're going to talk about who are you. So I'll be describing some characteristics of you, what type of person you are. We're also going to talk about how others see you and like what you don't recognize about yourself that other people recognize in you. And then we're going to end it with what advice does your spirit guides, any spirit guides, what advice they have for you right now. Excuse me. So hopefully you like the video and you enjoy it and you come back when I make more videos. Yeah, so that's that. Like I said, we're going to be choosing from 3 different piles. So right now I'll show you what piles those are. All right, besties, so here are the piles that we're choosing from today. Pile 1 is going to be the Light Seers Tarot, and the card associated with this pile is the 3 of Swords. So if that resonates with you, there's that. Pile number 2 will be the Tarot of the Divine. The card associated with that is the Tower. And pile number 3 is the Modern Witch Tarot. Card associated with that is the 10 of Wands. So you can choose your piles based off of intuition, how you feel about it, liking the card, the artwork, whatever it is. Yeah, you can choose it based on anything, and I will timestamp in the comment section where each of these piles are, and I will see you at your reading. Bye. Hello, pile 1. If you chose the Light Seers tarot deck, then welcome. Let's go ahead and clear up this space, clear up this energy before we get started on the reading. Okay, so spirit guides, ancestors, thank you so much for being in this place. I just welcome everyone from pile 1 into this reading, and I ask that you speak to me. You give me clarity about this group of people in this pile, and anything that you want to say to them. We want to know the truth about them. We want to give them some encouragement, some wisdom, some guidance, some love, everything that we can give them. So spirit guides, just go ahead and do what you always do. Okay, perfect. All right, so now let's go ahead. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to put out my incense and it won't get put out, but okay. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and get into this. I'm gonna pull some cards so we can figure out who you are, who we're talking to in this pile first and foremost. And then I will also use some other oracle decks so that way we can get a little bit more information about who you are. And I'm so sorry, y'all. Usually my nails are done and I'm like over here looking super cute and stuff, but baby, my nails have been ruined from constantly getting acrylics, so I'm gonna be looking bummy for a little bit. So sorry. Okay, maybe someone in this pile, some of you Ooh, okay, I'm already getting a download. Some of you really like to take care of yourself. You like to pamper yourself. You like to get your nails done, hair done. You like to dress up. Some of you are really into being aesthetically pleasing. So I'm already getting that because, honey, I'm like that too. I get you. I get you. And we're not doing genders here. Whatever your gender, if that message applies to you, then it applies to you. One thing about it is I'm a tarot reader, but these messages are not specific to just one person. So if it don't apply, let it fly, okay? And if it does resonate, just take it, confirm it, breathe it, live it, you know, all that jazz, okay? So spirits, what is it that you want to say to our pile one right now? We want the truth about pile one. Who is pile one? Who are we talking to right now? Give me 3 cards to indicate who we're talking to in pile one. Thank you so much, Spirit. Who are we talking to? Who is tapping into pile one? Who's tapping in? Who's tapping in? When I said that, I just thought of Sweetie. Tap, tap, tap in. Little waist fat. Yeah, I'm not about to sing the whole lyrics because I don't want to get in trouble, okay? But maybe some of y'all out there like hip hop, you like Sweetie. Maybe not Sweetie specifically, but y'all like booty shaking, booty popping music, okay? Some of y'all like to get turned up. Some of you guys are partiers out there. That's what I'm getting. Some of you out there really like to party. Okay, so the first message we got is the moon in reverse. That's our first card. And I'll try my best to let you see the cards, but baby, I need to figure out this whole camera situation. These cards just fell out. No, I don't feel called to take these cards. Yeah, I need to figure out the whole camera situation. So until then, 7 of Pentacles in reverse. Until then, yeah, it's just gonna be how it is. So yeah, but I'm gonna try my best to let you see the cards a little bit, a lot of it, something. I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna do my best. Okay, one more. Cool. Okay, so we got the Lovers in reverse. All right. Okay, Spirit. So we got all of these cards, and although they came out in reverse, I'm feeling like they're supposed to be right side up for me. So I'm just gonna read them as right side up. Okay. All right. So who are we talking to, Spirit? Who are we talking to in this pile? I feel like some of you guys are quite emotional. And just from this first card, the moon, I think some of you are water signs. So Pisces, Scorpio, and what's the other water sign? Pisces, Scorpio. There's another water sign. I'm so sorry. I'm still learning the signs. But y'all know who you are. If you know that you're a water sign, you know you're a water sign. Okay. I want to say Cancer, but I think Cancer is not a water sign. I don't know. Anyway, some of you out there tapping into this pile, your water signs. Beyond that, a lot of you guys out there, you have intuition. You are very intuitive, but you don't listen to your intuition a lot. And that's what I'm hearing the Spirit saying. Like, you are intuitive. You have the ability to be intuitive, but do you do it? No, you don't be listening. Some of you guys are hard-headed. Some of y'all are stubborn. Okay, that's what I hear Spirit saying, that you choose to believe what you want to believe. You choose to feel how you want to feel. But Spirit is saying, yo, if you just listen to me, things will go a lot smoother. Things will be a lot easier. You'd be a lot happier. So yeah, some of y'all just try your best to listen a little bit more, because I'm really seeing that there's like some new evaluation that you have to do, like reevaluating yourself, how you feel about not just yourself, but how you feel about the world, things like that. But definitely some reevaluation about how you feel about yourself too. That'll be super helpful, because I think the lens in which you see yourself and which you view yourself is not really correct. It's like you have glasses on, but it's foggy. it's clouded. You're seeing through a lens that isn't clear, and you're just assuming like, well, this is who I am, this is how I feel. Oh, okay, I made one mistake, I'm a terrible person, horrible person. Some of you guys have you're like self-degrading a lot. You degrade yourself a lot. If someone gives you a compliment, you're like, oh no, I don't think that's true about me. Oh no, I'm not pretty. Oh, my outfit's not cute. And stop doing that, because you are lovely, okay? You are fine. You are amazing. You are awesome. You are beautiful. You are handsome. You are gorgeous. You are chef's kiss. You are everything, okay? You are her. You are him. You are them, all right? And I feel like spirit is saying that the energy that you need to be in, you need to be in your higher power energy, but you're just coming from your energy about yourself specifically is negative. It's not really positive. You don't have a lot of positive thoughts about yourself, and that's not okay, honey. That's not good, okay? A lot of you guys need to work on some self-love, some affirmations. I have an affirmation wall. I think some of you need to do something like that. I have an affirmation wall, a board or something like that. And you need to figure out how to love yourself, okay? And I feel like that goes into this next card, the seven of Pentacles. This reminds me of reevaluation your roots, okay? Your firmness in this world and who you are, okay? Some of you need to uproot every thought, every feeling that you have about yourself, and you need to replant, okay? If you see in here, it looks like this man is tending to this plant, and he has different roots down here, different things, and all of these things down here, they look like positive things, okay? Because he has uprooted everything that is negative and everything that is ugly, and he has planted everything that is beautiful. A lot of you guys really need to reevaluate your roots and uproot them and replant them. Like I'm feeling really sad just sharing this message, because some of you just don't see yourself as anything good, anything positive. Like it's just so negative. Like you do not love yourself at all, and that is completely sad and heartbreaking, because there's so much about you that is to love. There really is. And I just pray at the end of this message, and even beyond that, spirit is going to speak to you, spirit is going to love you, and spirit is going to transform your heart and your mindset and into that space to love yourself and understand that you are worth it, that you are worth every good positive thing that is out there for you. And I just claim that for you right now. If you don't claim it for yourself, I claim it for you, and I speak that over you, and I declare that. All right, that's amazing. Some of you, I got this Lovers card. The first energy that I got, I feel like there are different energies with this card that I got. For some of you, you really want someone else to come in and love you. But what I hear spirit is saying, like, this ain't gonna happen if you don't love yourself, okay? Some of y'all are self-sabotagers. I got that strongly. Some of you guys like to self-sabotage. So even if you get your person who's going to come in and be awesome in everything that you want and desire and love in a person, you're not going to accept it. You are going to sabotage it unintentionally, because you cannot see why someone so amazing and wholesome would want to be with you. So I hear spirit saying, y'all got a lot of groundwork to do, okay? Y'all got a lot of reevaluating stuff like that to do. For the rest of you, what I'm feeling is you are relying on your partner to be that for you. You are relying on your partner to pick up the weight and the slack that you don't feel within yourself. So if your partner doesn't compliment you on something, you automatically think negatively about yourself. If your partner doesn't say I love you, like in 10 minutes, like 10 minutes go by and they don't say something like that, something positive, then you automatically just start having some negative thoughts about yourself. And I hear spirit saying you are not going to accept your partner fully for who they are until you accept and love yourself, okay? This pile is all about self-love, okay, baby? Some of y'all really need to work on loving yourself, and there's nothing wrong with that. I've been there, and I still have thoughts like that too. But honey, let me tell you, no one is going to fill up that space. No one is going to love you the way that you can love you, all right? For a very small percentage of you, some of you accept any love that comes to you. You cling on to it. Anyone that shows interest in you, automatically you grab it and you take it. Maybe you're like a serial dater where you'll date anyone who shows interest in you because you don't understand why someone will be interested in you. Ooh, that's not good. That's not good. Not everyone deserves you, your time, your body. Not everyone deserves you, okay? Even if they show interest, even if I don't care if they are the finest person in the world, not everyone deserves you, okay? Don't just be dating everybody who shows interest in you. You are so much more than that, all right? So yeah, I feel like that is specific to those three groups. So yeah, this group is all about, who are you? You are a person who needs to work on loving yourself, okay? And there's nothing wrong with that. And right now, this might not sound too encouraging. Maybe you're like, damn, I didn't want to know anything negative, but I think this is very important to oh, sorry if y'all hear that. That's my garage downstairs. But maybe some of y'all didn't want to hear, like, okay, I already know that, like, I need to work on loving myself and but I think it's very important for me to mention that first before we go into anything else, because spirit wants to lay the groundwork. Okay, baby? All right, this is like the energy that you are in right now. This is what we need to work on, where we need to go from here. But you're about to get some more encouragement, because there is so much more to you than just that. Okay, so let's look at this next. Put these to the side. Let's look at these next cards. I don't know what this deck is called. I really don't. My mom gifted me this deck. I don't know what it's called, but this is going to give us a little bit of like insight to who's in this pile, like some characteristics of you. I want to know, what are your characteristics that that maybe you see or maybe you don't see, because y'all really need some encouragement. Y'all really need some hype, okay? And I'm a great hype person. So okay, we got 2 cards out here. What else? Who else is this person? Oh, this one wanted to come out. We want to know, who's this person? What are their desires? What are their strengths, weaknesses, things like that? We want to know, spirit. We want to know everything. Don't hold back nothing from this pile, because they need all the encouragement they can get. We all do. It's okay. We all do. All right. All right. Let's get one more. Oh, this one flipped over. Okay. All right. So who are you? Let's see what spirit has to say. Nightlife. What did I say earlier? Some of y'all out there like to party. Y'all are party animals. Let me tell you, me too. I be out there partying too, so don't even worry about it. All right, some of y'all are a really good time. The energy I'm getting from this card is fire signs. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Yeah, some of y'all out there heavy on the Sag energy. Sagittarius. I have never met a Sagittarius who was not a really fun time. And even if it's just like temporary, like someone who's like, who can party, stuff like that. Like I'm really getting that energy heavy. So if you're a Sagittarius out there, shout out to you. I'm not a Sag, I'm an Aries, fellow fire sign. But yeah, some of y'all really like to party. You are a really good time. And when you hang out with anyone, when you go out anywhere, people are like, oh, okay, pile 1 is coming, I'm gonna be there. I'm be there. Because when pile 1 is there, we gonna get lit. We gonna get cracking. So yeah. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Okay. We got attunement in reverse. So I think some of y'all need to do some fine tuning. Just like I mentioned earlier, y'all got I always say, like, I got a little bit of screws that are loose. Like that's what this reminds me of. Some of y'all screws are a little bit loose, and that's okay. We're gonna tune it up. You're gonna fine tune, and you're gonna get to where you need to go. Okay, I feel like spirit is saying that about you. Just tune it up a little bit, and you don't got to do it all at once. Just, do it here and there as much as you can do it. But yeah, y'all are some people that need to there's some things that you need to fix, some groundwork. And you know what I'm talking about. I don't even gotta say exactly what it is that that spirit's talking about. You already know what it is spirit's talking about. Strategy. Okay, some of y'all are big strategists. Okay, y'all think before you act. Some of you, for some of you, you act before you think, and then you're like, oh shoot, I should have like thought about that a little bit more. But for the majority of you, I feel like y'all very calculated. You like things a certain type of way. I'm getting like Virgo energy, that the way that like you just, kind of my way or the highway. I have a strategy, I have a plan, and I need to follow it suit. Like, do. Like, the plan just needs to be followed. That's what I got. So good on you for thinking before you act. Romance in reverse. Just like I mentioned earlier, that's what I feel. Some of y'all are a little bit too focused on romance and you're not as much focused on yourself. You're looking for love, or you either have love, but it's not working. It's not doing it for you because you aren't giving it to yourself. So some of y'all out there need to learn how to romance yourself before you romance somebody else, before you allow someone to romance you. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. Maybe do a little bubble bath, light a candle, take yourself on a date, stuff like that. Just start loving on yourself, things like that. Yeah, some of y'all need more romance in your life. Okay, and by more romance, I mean more romance from you. Okay, and maybe even your friends or something like that, but not necessarily from a romantic partner relationship. Maybe, could be, but that's the big energy that I'm getting. And we have breakthrough in reverse. Even though this came out in reverse, that's not the energy I'm getting. What I'm getting is upright energy. Okay, some of you guys out there, you're really gonna have a breakthrough, especially after tapping into this message. I think you guys are gonna start understanding who you are. You're gonna start entering your energy, your power, exactly how it's meant to be. Y'all are gonna have a serious breakthrough, and when you do, please come back to this video and comment and let me know what's going on and how it went for you, because like I said earlier, I feel like a lot of you have been operating out of a lens that is just clouded, that is blinded. But I feel heavy that that fog is coming off of your eyes. Okay, that fog is coming off of your glasses, and you're gonna have a huge breakthrough. And you're also a person who has breakthroughs. So maybe you've been stuck lately, maybe you've been in a little bit of a rut, but usually, like, you never go through something and you don't come out of it on the other side. And you might have been down and out, you might have been depressed and just emotional and just in a deep pit. But what I see is spirit saying, yeah, that happens temporarily, but you are not the type of person to get down and to stay down. You always get back up. So your breakthrough is definitely coming. Don't doubt that. Your breakthrough is coming. All right. And I can promise you that when it comes, please let me know that that it came. So that's the type of person that I'm seeing that you are. Okay, you're someone who's very fun spirited, someone who loves to have a good time, someone who's a strategist, who thinks before they act, someone who always comes out on the other side, who always figures out a plan. Once you have a plan, like, you run with it and you go for it. But you do need some fine-tuning in self-love, in romance, and who you are, how you see yourself, how you see the world. And that is okay. That is a-okay. You still are an amazing person. Okay, and with that being said, we are going to talk about how other people see about how other people see you, and what you don't recognize about yourself. Okay, because I think it's really important to know how our friends see us, how our friends feel about us, and how the world sees us and things like that, because sometimes we just don't have an accurate viewpoint of ourselves, and you know, it happens. That's okay. But you know, it's better to know how other people feel about us, especially if you don't ask them. So spirit, we want to know, how do other people see pile 1? Okay, what is it about pile 1 that other people see in them? Their friends, their family, their partners, their co-workers. This card was already upright, so I'm gonna take this one out, the Hermit card. How do other people see pile 1? Okay, how do other people view pile 1? How do they view pile 1? 10 of Pentacles. That one came out in reverse. One more card. How do other people view pile 1? 3 of Pentacles. Okay. Okay, so how other people view pile 1. This is interesting. So I feel like other people, when they view you pile 1, they view you as someone who is very how do you say the word? Like introspective. And they see you as someone with this Hermit card, someone who's very much like in your thoughts, a little bit more calculated, maybe a little bit withdrawn. You keep to yourself a little bit. And although, like I mentioned earlier, you are a party animal and stuff, I feel like you don't let everyone see who you are. And you are very, you're very much only open to people that you want to open up to. So what I mentioned earlier with a good time, party, or things like that, you are only like that for people that you really vibe with and really connect with. Everyone else just views you in this way as someone who's a little bit more closed off. Maybe you're introverted, or you're more shy until you're just super comfortable with somebody. But for the majority of people, I feel like they see you as someone who is also very independent, that maybe you don't really need much, you don't really ask for much, and maybe you're not the type of person that doesn't need help, but you just don't ask anyone. It could be out of fear of you don't want it to come back to you, that people are saying that, like, oh, I helped you, I need you, something like that. Not I helped you, or like you needed me or something. So there could be that. But also, I'm feeling like, yeah, that some of you are deep thinkers. Like I said earlier, I was getting very much water energy, and I'm feeling that again, very much Pisces energy. So if some of you are Pisces out there, yeah, I'm feeling that. Yeah, it feels like, yeah, people around you, the world, they do see you as someone who is independent, who thinks for yourself, who's kind of off on your own. And yeah, I really see that in this first card. In this next card, with the 10 of Pentacles in reverse, I feel like a lot of people see you as like you have your stuff together, but then a lot of you see you as like you pretend to have your stuff together. So it's kind of half and half. Some people are like, oh yeah, they have their stuff together, and some people are like, you just pretend to have it together. So I think some people see you for who you really are, and some of you don't have it together, and that is totally fine, because not all of us do, and I know I don't. But yeah, I feel like this is an energy that a lot of people see from you. But I think for the most part, a lot of people do view you as you have your stuff together, because you don't come off as chaotic and sporadic and all over the place and just anywhere and everywhere. Like, you come off as if you have thought about your next move, you have planned different things, and whatever. You come off as if things don't phase you. And that's how people see you when they recognize you as, oh yeah, pile 1 has so much wisdom. Pile 1 is so humble, things like that. Like, those are some of the thoughts that I'm hearing people say about you. And then lastly, when it comes to this 3 of Pentacles, I feel like people think that it's kind of hard to tie you down. So if you have love interests, I'm feeling like your love interests are like, yeah, it's not that easy to get a hold of pile 1. And not necessarily like, and this is not for everyone, not necessarily like it's not easy to get a hold of you, but it's not easy for you to open up. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Like, it's difficult for you to open up. Like, yeah, you'll show people attention and you'll talk to people, but like, to know the real you, to see the real you, like, people don't get to see that often, and it's very hard for them to to see that, to come across with that. So so that's interesting. And I know I said romantic partners because that's the first thing that popped into my head, but that's not the only thing. Like, I feel like everyone is seeing you in this way. And by everyone, of course, it's not everyone on the planet, but majority of people are seeing you as you're a little bit, like I said earlier, closed off, a little bit standoffish, off to yourself, independent. So it's really hard to like to get to know the real you. It's hard to keep you in one place and like unpack all your feelings and your emotions and things like that. It's kind of hard to explain, but that's not necessarily the meaning of this card, but that is the vibe that I was getting, like what I was feeling. So that's interesting. Okay, so next we're going to ask what you don't recognize yourself. We're going to use the What's the Tea Spill deck. It's by @starryeyedtarot777. I'm not sure if that's the YouTube name, Instagram, or Twitter, or whatever. Again, my mom gifted me this deck, and so many of my decks my mom gave to me. Shout out to my mom. So yeah, there's that. So we're going to see what's the tea on you, okay? What do people think about you? What do they say about you behind your back? What do they feel about you? And I don't know what's going to come out, I don't know, positive, negative, I'm not really sure, but we're going to give encouragement anyway, and I'm hoping it's mostly positive. But yeah, we're going to figure out what's the tea about you. What do people say about you behind your back? What do they think of you when you're not around? All right, Spirit. So pile 1, we want to know what's the tea. What do people think about pile 1? What do people say about pile 1 behind their back? Okay, what do people think about pile 1? What do people say about pile 1 when they are not in the room? And maybe even when they are in the room, I don't know, because they might have some bold friends and people around them who like really like to tell them, okay, this one needs to come out. This one. Okay, those two. All right, a couple more. Spirit, what do people say about pile 1? Oh my God. People are saying a lot, okay? A lot, because not all these cards flying out about me. Hopefully it's a lot of good stuff. Okay. My goodness. A couple more, and not the entire deck this time. My goodness. A couple more. What are people saying about pile 1? One more. What do people say about pile 1? What is the tea? Okay, cool. All right. So here's the tea. Here's what people are saying about you when you are not around. Pile 1. Mental prison. Someone who is trapped in their head may suffer from mental illness, self-limiting beliefs. Okay, so what I feel like is a tea about you, what others say about you, like what you don't recognize yourself. Some of them think that you were like very thought-provoking, like you're trapped inside your mind, okay? Like you don't really, yeah, like you're in your head a lot. So I feel like a lot of people, when they see you, they can tell that that you are in your head, that you are a deep thinker, and that most of your thoughts and how you feel just kind of stays in your head. You don't necessarily share it out to just everyone and anyone. So I can definitely see that when people see you, they're like, oh yeah, this is a deep thinker, a very much introverted type of person. What else? 6th house. What someone does routinely, their responsibilities, their skills, and training, their employment, job. Okay, so I think a lot of people, when they see you, they probably recognize you by your job. Maybe you have a high status job, or you do something that's very specific, like that you can be easily recognized by. So when people think of you, when they talk about you, they're like, oh yeah, pile 1 who does XYZ, and it's like some type of maybe unique job. Maybe it's more of a creative type of job, but it's not something that a lot of people do. but like you're one of the few people that they know that is doing that. So I think a lot of people, when they think of you, they think of either your job or like some type of skill set that you have that is very unique and independent to you. What else? Deranged, weird, strange, and twisted individual. Okay, so you got deranged. I don't feel that this card is taken in a bad way, but I do think a lot of y'all are weird and people think you're weird. Maybe some of you are neurodivergent. That's what I got. Like some of you are on the spectrum. So when people see you, they think like, oh yeah, you're a little bit weird and you're a little bit strange. Like maybe you have some type of autism or something like that, or maybe you have ADHD or something, and you just to the masses you come off a little bit weird, maybe unhinged, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. I don't feel like when people are saying this, the energy I'm getting is like positive, like when you take weird as a compliment. And maybe some of them mean it in a negative way, but we don't care about people who mean it in a negative way because first of all, we didn't ask. So yeah, a lot of y'all are weirdos, and that is okay because I'm a fellow weirdo too. So that's good. Next, fake friends, pretends to be buddy when you come around, but talk smack about you when you leave. Some people think y'all fake. Okay. There's that's it. Some people think you're fake, and I'm not necessarily saying that you are fake because maybe you're not, but I think if you guys aren't the type to like open up, or if you're not the type to like reach out to people, see, oh, how are you doing, or be the first person to reach out and ask to meet up with someone, to hang out with someone, some people can see you as being fake, like, oh, you're not a real friend, like you're not really there for me in hard times, or something like that. So yeah, that's what I'm getting. For some of y'all, I'm not gonna lie, some of y'all have been being fake to some people. And if you are being fake to some people, just cut them off. Just stop being friends with them, because there's no need to be fake. Okay? If you're gonna be friends with someone, be friends with them. If you're not, you're not. All right? And the people that you've been being fake to, they can tell, they know that you've been being fake to them. So unless you want that karma to come back, just stop being fake. Okay? That's not good. Don't talk about people behind their back if you don't want them to talk about you behind your back. So stop being fake. Just be real. Just be honest, you know? Or maybe some of y'all have some friends who are super fake, and you've been able to tell that they are being fake, and you haven't, one, called them out on it, or two, cut them off. So maybe y'all need to make a transition in that too. So just keep that in mind. Next, third house. How one processes knowledge, rules, communication, one's generosity, and social life. So a lot of people, when they think about you, when they view you, they do think about the way that you think about stuff, the way that you process stuff, the way that you communicate, and like the energy that you give off on. And this is just like what I was saying earlier with the Hermit. You might be a little bit more closed off and thought-provoking and things like that. A lot of people do notice that about you, that that you are a deep thinker. Again, that just keeps coming up. Some of you are really, really deep thinkers. Some of y'all are such deep thinkers that you never put it onto paper, or you never actually go out with someone, like the thoughts or the ideas or something that you have about yourself. And what I'm hearing Spirit say is that some of you guys have such amazing ideas that you're going to transform and do something that either hasn't been done or maybe has been done, and you're going to perfect it. You're going to make it better. So those deep thoughts that you have, put it on paper, put it into action. Okay. Some of you guys are the next inventors. Some of you guys are the next senators, or you could be the next president. Something like something huge is what I'm getting. Like you can make a very, very intense impact if you change the way that you think about yourself and your skill set. And if you put your action onto paper, some of y'all are going to do some really, really big stuff. And I felt that strongly. So yeah, don't limit yourself. Okay. Heartbreaker, a person who can break hearts easily, but everyone wants them, but not everyone can have them. Okay, so I think, like I said earlier, with like aesthetics and stuff like that, some of you guys are very attractive, and I can, yeah, I can tell that some of you guys put a lot of work in like being attractive and things like that. Like some people look at you and they're like, oh, I'm not gonna approach pile one because they're too pretty, they're too cool, like they're too cute and stuff like that. So I feel like a lot of people see you like that, and maybe they don't see you for who you truly are, because I don't get the energy that you are a heartbreaker. But I think because of how attractive you are, some people see you and view you and they're like, yeah, pile one is nothing but trouble. Pile one's a player. Pile one would just play with my feelings and my emotions and stuff like that. And that's not even really you, okay? The energy I'm feeling from you is like, love a girl, love a boy, okay? But majority of people just see you as they might want to like play games and stuff like that. But you ain't trying to play like they be playing. You don't be playing, you know? So that's, yeah, I'm getting that energy for some of y'all. Hooked, addicted to someone or something. All right, some of y'all got addictions out there. Okay. Listen, I don't know what the addiction is. Whatever it is not serving you. You're going to have to get it together, and get it together quick and soon, because these addictions, this is what's going to hold you back from this, okay? You don't want to be held back from your destiny, from things that you want to do, okay? It could be being addicted to sex. It could be being addicted to being in a relationship. It can be being addicted to drugs or alcohol, something like that. Whatever it is, your addiction is not serving you, okay? And some of y'all, some people can see that, like when they view you, they can tell, like, it's your addiction is like, it's like written all over you, okay? That's the way I want to say it. So if you have a partner, people can tell, like, oh yeah, you're addicted to your partner because that's all you talk about, that's all you're about, that's all you care about. Like, it's very obvious. Or if you're addicted to partying, all you do is party, all you do is hit up your friends to party and stuff like that. If you're whatever your addiction is, if you're addicted to shopping, like, people can tell, because you always got something new, you always got to have something new, things like that. Your addiction is not serving you. It's not that whatever you're doing is completely terrible, but it needs to be done not in excess, in moderation, in limitation. So a lot of people do notice your addictions. Maybe they don't say anything about it, but like, it's and addicted doesn't have to be something that like is so huge to where it's like you're addicted to heroin or something like that. But it can just be like I said, if you are addicted to shopping, people can just notice, like, oh, okay, yeah, you shop a lot and whatever. Not necessarily have to be a bad thing. I mean, it could be for your wallet, but a lot of people do notice this about you. Okay, so cool. That's what I got for how others see you, what you don't recognize about yourself. And lastly, my gosh, last thing we're going to get into is advice from your spirit guides. We want to know last thing that your spirit guides want to tell you before you transition out of this video. Okay, so I have this oracle deck here. Let me go ahead and open it up. I don't know why I didn't already have it open. My girl, why were you not prepared? So this is the Divine Abundance Oracle cards by Tosha Silver, if you're interested in this deck, okay? All right, so we're gonna pull 3 cards, and we're going to see the last advice that your spirit guides want to give to you. Okay, Spirit, what do you want to say to pile 1? What's the last advice that you want to give to pile 1 before they tap off of this video? Okay, what's the last advice for pile 1 moving forward? What is it that you want them to see, them to do, them to realize, them to think about? What is your last advice for pile 1, Spirit? Last advice for pile 1. Oh, okay. Got 1. Last advice for pile 1. I don't don't know why I did it like that. Oh my gosh. That's advice for pile 1. Okay. One more. Last advice. Oh, okay. Cool. Last advice for pile 1. First thing we got is loss. The card says, sometimes you learn true offering through loss. You make a passionate invitation for love to take over and bring her own plan instead of the ego's. So some of you may be in a season of loss. Maybe you're going to lose out on something. Maybe you have to give something up, but Spirit is saying, keep going, because this loss is for your greater good, okay? It might be a loss of ego, pride, something like that, but this is an invitation for passionate love, whatever that looks like, okay? So Spirit's plan is better than your plan, all right? Loss is a good thing. Next, we have receiving. Receiving. Every day it becomes easier to receive the highest divine plan and to trust my inner guidance. That is an affirmation that you can say to yourself every day, that you are receiving everything the world has to give you, offer to you. That's funny that we got lost and then we got receiving. You are going to lose out on something, but you're going to receive something in return. So do not be saddened by your loss. You are going to receive, okay? And you just have to tell yourself that. Spirit wants to remind you, you are going to receive, all right? Liberation is your last card. The doubts and fears still come up. You don't believe anymore that they're you. You're going to be liberated. Okay, baby? That is what Spirit is saying. That oh my gosh, you're entering a season of freedom, of liberation. That the thoughts, the fears, the anxieties that you used to have about yourself, your abilities, your capability, they're being stripped off of you, okay? You are losing out on those terrible mindsets. You are receiving liberation. You are gaining. All right, love? I love the way that these cards just came out. That is beautiful. That is amazing. That is so encouraging, okay? So those are all the messages I have for you today. Thank you so much for tapping in, tap in, tuning in. I don't know why that song keeps playing in my head. I think some of you guys out there are very spiritual. Some of you either do tarot or you are some type of medium, or you can connect well with some type of spirit. But I keep hearing like tap in, like you're able to tap in, you have intuition, but you just haven't tapped in. So Spirit is saying you need to tap your butt in. And I wanted to say the other word, but you know, I'm gonna keep it clean. I'm gonna keep it cute, okay? But yeah, so those are all the messages I have for you. Thank you so much for tuning in. You can like, comment, share, subscribe if you want to. And yeah, thank you for supporting me. I hope you have an amazing day. Bye. All right, if you're here for pile 2, welcome. Thank you so much for being here, for supporting me, this channel. Hopefully I can give you some messages and talk to you a little bit. I really hope it resonates. Something gonna have to hit, okay? Something gonna have to give, and let's hope it's me that's giving, okay? Spirit, yeah. All right, so the deck that we're using is the Tarot of the Divine. So if you're in pile 2 and you chose the Tarot of the Divine, this is your reading, okay? Woohoo! So we're just going to clear out this energy because I do not want the energy from pile 1 to be in pile 2. Totally separate energies and stuff like that. And yeah, that's that. The energy that I'm picking up already is like, ooh, excuse me, some of y'all are like very happy people, like very giddy, like very high energy type people. Like y'all just be saying stuff, y'all just be doing stuff, you're just kind of off the wall, a little bit chaotic type of energy. I love that. I really do. Like I feel like an extroverted type of energy. Yeah, and y'all, like, some of you guys are really talkative. Like you really can talk 100 miles per hour. Like that's what I'm feeling. Like very talkative, very adventurous. Like I want to go out and like run down the street and run back. All right, so we're gonna try this again. I already started recording earlier on my phone, but for some reason it cut off when I was recording. So honestly, I was just talking out of like intuition and stuff. I didn't pull any cards yet, thank goodness. But we're gonna start again. This is like an hour or so later, so I don't even remember what I was saying earlier, pile two. I'm so sorry. Also, I didn't want to have to record my videos like this, like showing my face. I'd rather record just showing the cards, but I have to record on my tablet other than my phone because it cut off because I didn't have any more space, any more storage. So I don't know what to do about that. I think I'm probably gonna have to buy a camera or something. So yeah, I don't know. Sorry, you have to see my face. Anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna clear out the energy because I don't want this energy to be like the first pile. Sorry if my words are slurred or like if I'm a little bit all over the place because your girl just had 2 shots. So yeah. Anyway, my incense won't continue burning. Like it keeps stopping for some reason. So that's very peculiar why it won't continue burning. Anyway, Spirit, thank you for being in this place. I welcome you in this place. Go ahead and enter into this space right now. Let me know what you want to tell our pile 2, things that you want to speak over pile 2, things that they know that they don't know about themselves. We're about to give them some good ass encouragement and just do what we do best, okay? All right. So first thing we're gonna do is with our not light seers, our tarot of the divine, we're gonna pull some cards, and the first type of cards we're gonna pull is about who are you, what type of person are you, who am I talking to, who is tapping into this pile, who is seeking just some insight, you know. So Spirit, go ahead and let me know, who am I talking to? Okay, who's tapping into this pile? I'm gonna pull 3 cards to see who is in here. Okay, so we got 6 of coins in reverse. All right, 2 more cards, Spirit. 2 more cards. Who is tapping into this pile? Spirit, who's tapping into this pile? Who's tapping in? We got 2 of swords. All right, 1 more card, Spirit. Who is tapping into this pile? Who's tapping in? 1 more card. Who is pile 2? Who's pile 2? I'm just going to take the one on the top. The Empress. Okay. Bet. That's cute. Okay. All right. So starting with the 6 of coins in reverse, the energy that I'm getting from this is that you, pile 2, are a person that adjusts well to your circumstance, to whatever's going on, that you don't let things keep you down for too long, that you might be affected by something, but you don't allow yourself to be affected forever. It's like, okay, I'm sad, I encountered this, I'm going to build a bridge and I'm going to get over it. Like, you don't let yourself stay down. And I think that's such a beautiful energy. With that being said, I do see that there's this 2 of swords energy right here. So this reminds me of like, even though you don't let things keep you down, there is still like a mental balance that you haven't quite tapped into yet. Maybe you have some problems with mental health or something of the like depression, anxiety, something like that is what I'm picking up on. But yeah, even though you don't let anything keep you down, you have these struggles. Okay, I think that's what it is. You have these struggles, right? You have these problems. You might have mental problems. You might have another diagnosis that maybe isn't as common as depression, anxiety, something like that. But you don't let it keep you down, okay? Your foundation is still a little bit steady. Like you don't use what is going on with you as an excuse. Like you let yourself be sad and then you're like, all right, gotta pick myself up, gotta move on. You don't let yourself stay in one mental space for too long. And I think that's a beautiful energy, because like we're always going to be affected by life, but we can't just let things affect us so much to where we don't do anything else, you know, where we just stay in that type of space. And I think going into the Empress energy, we're just talking about the energy. We're not talking about if you're female, male, whatever you identify as. Okay, this Empress energy, this is saying a lot of you guys have a really big heart, and I think it's all of you. You have a really, really big heart, and you know how to nurture somebody, you know how to nurture a situation. And I think some of you are really good at communication, and you're really good at having empathy and connecting with people empathetically. And a lot of you operate out of a place of love, not necessarily a place of judgment, but maybe some of you might be misjudged by that. I think some people, this pile seems like people who are pretty honest, and sometimes people can take your honesty as you being judgmental, but that's not necessarily the case. You're just honest. And I think this is your heart more times than not. Like, your heart is to be the Empress, your heart is to be loving, is to be caring, it is to be there for those around you, to nurture situations. But I think some people can take it in the wrong way, if that makes sense. But you really do have some beautiful energy, and for some reason I feel called to pull 2 more cards. So Spirit, we're gonna pull 2 more cards, and you're gonna tell me who is pile 2. Okay, who is pile 2? Who is tapping into this video? And 2 just fell right on out. Okay, so we got the 10 of coins in reverse, and then we have the Sun. I think these are supposed to be upright. We have, oh my god, I'm sorry, I'm like dropping all my stuff. We have the 10 of coins, and we have the Sun. Okay, pile 2, you have such beautiful energy. Like, I just want you to know like how beautiful your energy is. For the 10 of coins, this is more of like completion, renewal. So you guys are in a state, or you enter a state that it's like your foundation of who you are is very steady, it's very consistent. You're not necessarily like longing for something to be complete, and maybe like a little bit, but like for the most part, your foundation, your core of who you are, what you stand for, things like that, like you are very you're like someone that people can really look up to. And it seems like, oh my gosh, it's like on the tip of my tongue. And I feel like because I took these 2 shots, I can't really explain it as clearly. But what I'm trying to say is your core values, your foundation of who you are. You're a beautiful person. Just on the inside, who you are, you're a beautiful person. And you don't necessarily look to outside sources, and you don't necessarily need outside sources to validate the type of person you are, because you are someone who doesn't stand for anything. There's a saying that goes, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. You are not one of those people. You are not someone who doesn't stand up for what is right. You are not someone who falls for anything. Like, you have values and you stick to them. You are very, very much like set in like human rights, loving people, being accepting, that type of thing. Like, this is the energy that I'm getting from you, pile 2, and that's so wholesome. That's so beautiful. You are amazing. And with the Sun, the Sun is like the energy that is just magnificent. It's so great. Like, when you, it's cliche, but like when you walk into a room, like you can light up a room type of thing. Like, I feel like you have the ability to turn any horrible, any bad situation into good. Like, if everyone around you is freaking out, your friends, your family, they're all freaking out about something, you are the type of person that can stop them and be like, hey guys, it's all good, it's okay. Like, at the end of the day, we don't need to be so down about whatever it is. Like, we're gonna get through this. Like, you were the type of person that breathes life into a situation that maybe felt dead, or maybe just felt like it wasn't going anywhere. Like, you have such amazing energy, and that's what I'm feeling from you, pile 2. So if you have never felt that about yourself, I think spirit is confirming that very strongly, that that is the type of person you are. Someone who is just wholesome, who is nurturing, who can breathe life into a situation, who is just beautiful and all around accepting and humble, and just caring for all those around you. Like, one thing that I just heard is like LGBTQ plus rights. Some of you out there are either in the community, or you're strong allies to that, and not just to that, but to like all things human rights. Like, you were a human rights activist. Like, you go out of your way to speak on human rights. Like, you're not the type to be silenced or to shut up about it at all, because you believe that all people are created equal. That I'm strongly getting that for some of you. And if that's you, amazing, you're beautiful. Okay, so let's look into more characteristics about you. What type of person are you? What is Spirit saying about you for the type of person that you specifically are? I'm terrible at doing accents, so I don't know why I just did that, but please ignore me. But yeah, we're going to look into what type of person you are. I don't know what deck this is. I'm so sorry. My mom gifted it to me. So it didn't come with, like, when she gave it to me, she gave it to me in this little, like, I don't even know where the baggie is. But it's kind of like a baggie like this. So people, I don't know what to tell you about what deck it is. But we're going to get some key insight into who you are. So Spirit, go ahead and tell me, who is this person? Who is pile 2? Who are we talking to? Who's tapping into this video? Who needs encouragement? Okay, I accidentally flipped all these cards over. God, I'm so sorry that I'm all over the place. I feel like that one must have come out. Okay, who else is this person? We're gonna take 5. We got 1 already. We're gonna take 5. Who is our pile 2? Listen, because in the last reading, all my cards flew out too. I'm sorry, y'all. My cards keep flying everywhere. I think it's a me thing. I'm so sorry. Okay, who is tapping into this video? Who is pile 2? What are some characteristics of pile 2? So they can be encouraged on who they are, what they bring to the table. Okay, these 2 wanted to come out. Who is pile 2? Who's pile 2? We got 3 cards, 2 more, Spirit, 2 more. Who's pile 2? Okay, who's pile 2? Who's pile 2? Who's tapping in? These 2. Okay. All right, so who are you, pile 2? Secrets. Are you a very secretive person? That's what I'm getting. That you're someone who is super secretive. Like, you don't really share a lot about yourself. You don't really let a lot of people into yourself. Either that, or you can hold a lot of secrets. You're someone can tell you a secret and you're not going to tell anybody. Like, you can be secretive, you can be discreet. You are not someone who's going to just plaster everyone's business. Like, oh yeah, that's what I'm feeling like. You're one of those people that your secret is safe with me type of person. Excuse me. And that's awesome. That's wholesome. But yeah, you're someone who can keep a secret for sure. You're someone who has your own secrets, and you can also keep a secret. Passage. Spirit, what do you mean by passage? I feel feel like you're someone who other people can go to for advice, and you give really good advice. So if they need help transitioning from one place to the other, whether it's another job, whether it is like, what is it, whether it's like romantically, what should I do about this situation? Like, you are someone who can give really good advice and who can be honest with their friends and be like, hey, this is what I think about it. And it's not necessarily like you're not saying it in a rude way or anything like that, but you are the type of person that, like, you don't allow your friends to go through things alone. You're like, I'm gonna walk with you through your darkness, like through the madness, through the chaos. You're the type of person that's like, if you're going to hell, I'm going to hell with you, and I'm gonna like help you get to where you need to be, type of thing. Yeah, like I'm hearing that pile 2, you're a really good friend. Like, you would do anything for the people that you love and that you care about. And it's not like you're selective with, oh, I'll just do for this person, that person. But what I'm feeling is like, for everyone equally that you love, that you care about, you will go out of your way to the ends of the earth for those people. You're so wholesome. Oh my God, I love that. Trust. Yeah, you are a really trustworthy person. I just said that. See, the cards don't lie. Okay. And maybe I lie. Maybe I could lie. Well, I don't lie. But what I'm saying is, the cards don't lie. Okay. You're a very trustworthy person. And I feel like those who care about you, those who know you, and I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself because we're going to talk about people who are in your life, but I feel like people can trust you. You're very trustworthy. And just like I said earlier with secrets, like, you can hold a secret, and people can trust you with their life. People can trust you with their secrets. Like, you're not just going to go around telling anyone's business and being fake and being phony. Like, you are a real ass person. That's what I'm getting. Strategy. I got this one in the first pile too, so maybe some of you are here from pile 1 and you want to know about pile 2. If you are, hey, thank you for coming. If not, maybe some of you need to go listen to pile 1 because maybe it resonates with you. I don't know. But strategy, some of you, I feel like maybe you're a strategist. You think about what you're going to do before you do it. You're not the type of person to be just impulsive about really big decisions. You sit and you think about it, and you think about what is the best way to do something, what's the best way to get to point A to point B. You really think about your decisions before you do it. And that's amazing because not everyone does that. Last card I got, seeking. I'm gonna ask because I don't necessarily know what Spirit means by seeking. Spirit, I got this card, seeking. What do you mean by seeking? Listen, I keep telling you all the things I don't know. 10 of Wands. Are you the type to seek adventure? Like, maybe you get bored of stuff and you need something new. That's what I'm feeling. Like, you always got to be doing something. It doesn't matter what it is. Like, you can't be stuck in the house. You need to go somewhere. You need to do something. You need to feel something. Maybe you get bored of relationships very quickly, or maybe you get bored of jobs, something like that. But like, you're a seeker. You need to be on your toes. Like, if you're going to be at a job, it needs to be something that you're not doing the same thing every day. If you're going to date someone, it needs to be someone who is also adventurous, who can just go out and, like, you never know what to expect from your partner. Or maybe some of you who are daters, you're non-monogamous because someone's just not going to really fulfill what it is that you're looking for, what you were seeking after. But a lot of you guys are seekers in that regard, that you're always either looking for the next best thing or something that's going to catch your attention, but there's nothing that ever keeps your attention fully, like, all the time. Yeah, y'all get bored really easily. I feel that because I've been there too. Yeah, some of y'all get bored really, really easily. Okay. Not bad. This is beautiful energy, honestly. Like you guys, you do have really wholesome energy, and I really do like the energy that is coming through for you. Not a bad thing at all. Okay, so now that we know a little bit about who you are and what type of person you are, we're gonna tap into what other people have to say about you. Okay, what do other people think about you? When they hear pile two, what do they say? What do they think? What do they feel? That's what we're going to tap into next. And then we're going to use my oracle deck to see what type of thoughts and things they say specifically about you, which is interesting. So we're going to pull 3 cards from this deck again to find out how others see you. How do others see pile 2, Spirit? Pile 2, how do other people see pile 2 when they meet them, when they think of them? What do they think, feel, see with pile 2? Okay, so we got the Ace of Swords in reverse. What else? What do other people see, think, feel when they see pile 2? 2 more cards, Spirit. 2 more cards. What do they think, feel, see when they hit pile 2? Page of Cups in reverse. I feel like everything's coming out in reverse. Very interesting. What else do people think, feel when they see pile 2? Ooh, one fell on the floor. Okay. The sun. We got the sun earlier. Okay. All right. I feel like when people see you pile 2 with this Ace of Swords, that they see you as someone who's very intellectual, right? But like maybe you don't necessarily see yourself as intellectual, but other people, when they hear you speak, they're like, damn, you kind of know a lot about a lot. Or I wonder if like pile 2 realizes how smart they are. Like, wow, pile 2 is really smart. And I feel like this is the thoughts that other people have when they encounter you, when they see you, when they talk to you. They just think that you're that you're very intelligent, very smart. But I think other people are thinking that you don't realize how smart and how intelligent you are, but they can see it. They can feel it. Page of Cups. This is in reverse, but what I'm feeling from this Page of Cups energy is that people, when they meet you, they do see you as emotional, but they don't see you as emotional as you are. So maybe people don't think you're that emotional. Like, oh yeah, like they might see you as more intellectual, like thought provoking, but maybe you're a lot more emotional. Maybe you cry more than you let people believe, because again, we talked about secrets earlier. You don't really let people in that easily. So maybe you don't really show people your emotions that easily either. And I feel like people pick up on that as well. Like they don't view you as someone who is emotional or who is wrapped up in how you feel or anything like that. You think before you speak, and you think about you're more logical than emotional is what people see you as. And I don't necessarily think that's true. I don't think the vibe that I'm getting, I don't think that you're more logical than you are emotional. I think you have a really good balance of both, but people see you as more logical, more intellectual than emotional. And they might see you as a little bit more detached from your feelings, but that's not true. I think you're just a lot more guarded than people are able to see. And there's a reason for that. It could be trauma. Yeah. I think pile 2, you might have a lot of trauma to where you're guarded to how you feel, like you don't let anyone in as quickly and as easy. And there's nothing wrong with that, baby. A lot of people feel that way too. It's totally fine. But yeah, that's what I'm feeling with that. The sun, we had the sun earlier, see, and this is just confirming itself because the sun came out twice. You are a light. So how you see yourself as like, well, it's not about how you see yourself, but about who you are. When I said that you were vibrant, you were you're bright and a light and energy, things like that. That's how everyone sees you. Okay, people see you as someone who is so like endearing, like you can get along well with anybody, and I think it feels like you're a sociable person too. You might be very sociable, you might like to get to know people, you might like talking to people and things like that. And yeah, I think people see you as that for sure, that you were just this ball of energy. Once you walk into a room, you're just, ooh, pile two is here. It's gonna be a good time. Pile two is here. We're gonna have a lot of fun. Pile two is here, so that means like it's not gonna be depressing because pile two just came in, and pile two is gonna make sure that we all have fun. Ooh, I'm feeling like a lot of you are like the mom of a certain group, and by mom energy, you can be a male, you can not identify with the female gender, but a mom energy is like, I'm looking out for all the people that I go out with. I'm making sure everyone's okay. So maybe if you go out and drink, you're like, I'm gonna drink a little bit less because I know my friends might not pay as much attention, but I want to make sure that they're good. I want to make sure they're happy or something like that. So that's the type of energy that I guess a lot of you have, mom energy for sure. That's beautiful. Some of you would be really good parents, or maybe you want to be parents, or maybe you don't want to be parents, but you still can nurture really well. Like you're a really good aunt or uncle or something like that. So yeah, that's what I'm picking up for you, like how people see you. Like you're really good at, I feel like people view you as like you're really good at everything. Like, oh yeah, pile two, they're good at everything. Pile two is very nurturing. Pile two is very funny. Pile two is very happy-go-lucky and everything. Like people view you as a full package. Like you have the it factor. You were that girl. You were that person. You were that man. You were that everything. Okay, period. So I feel like that's how people view you. So outside of the tarot cards, I have this deck that is, what's the tea spill? It is, I'm like about to drop this. What's the tea spill? It is by at Starry Eye Tarot 777. My mom bought me this deck, so I don't know if this is their Instagram, YouTube. I don't know, but that's their handle. So wherever it is, I'm pretty sure you can find them. So shout out to you for making this deck, because I really do like this deck. So yeah, we're gonna find out what's the tea on you. How do people view you? What do people say about you? What they think about you when you're not there? Outside of just these tarot cards, we want to know from the oracle what's going on. Okay. All right. So spirit, what's the tea about pile two? Who is pile two? What do people think, say, and feel about pile two when pile two is not there? What are some of the thoughts that people have about pile two? We want to know. We're very curious. You know, spirit, I'm a chismosa, okay? I want to know all the tea, okay? We got all kinds of stuff coming out. We got 3 so far. All right, spirit, what else is coming out? What else? What else? What are people saying, thinking, feeling about pile two when, okay, that's one, when they are not around, okay, that. Okay, let's get one more. What are people saying, thinking, feeling about pile two? Perfect. All right, so what's the tea about you, pile two? What are people saying, thinking, feeling about you, pile two? Ex-lover. You know more than I know, but what am I feeling from this? You got an ex that's thinking about you, first of all. And if you don't have an ex, someone who maybe used to crush on you, or who like declared their love for you or something, might be thinking about you. Yeah, so that's why that's coming out. It can also be a lot of people know you based off of someone that you dated before. So you could like have had a business with an ex or something like that, or maybe you're a little bit popular on social media, so a lot of people know you as, oh, it's, you know, I just watched a Barbie movie like last week. I went to go see it twice, by the way. because it was so good. So you know how people don't just know Ken, right? People know Barbie. Barbie is standalone Barbie. But if you say Ken, people are going to be like, who the hell is Ken? But if you say Barbie and Ken, people know it's Barbie and Ken, right? So you and your ex, they know like Barbie and Ken. But with just your ex saying Ken, they're like, Ken could be anybody. I don't know. But if you say Barbie, like Barbie's not just anybody. Everybody knows Barbie. So I think a lot of people identified your ex with like you. So if they see their ex, they think of you. Or if they see you, yes, they see you yourself, but they also kind of think like, oh, where's Ken? Because usually it's Barbie and Ken type of thing. So that's what I'm picking up on for some of you. Of course, it's not going to resonate for everybody, but if it's you, you know it's you. First house. One sense of identity, how they express themselves, their first impressions they give off. So when I first was talking before my camera cut off earlier, that a lot of you have like really good big energy, like you're just chaotic, kind of happy, like all over the place. Yeah, I feel like Spirit is just confirming that people see you in that way, that you just come off in that way. Like that's the first impression you give off of. Like pile 2 has so much energy. Pile 2 is so fun. Pile 2 is just so like when they walk in the room, it's like boom, they're right there. Like there's no denying that pile 2 is there. And I feel like when people see you, think about you, that is what they notice for sure. Truth unveiled. The truth has been or will be revealed in this situation soon. Secrets have been kept hidden that will come out. I did mention earlier that some of you guys have secrets. People are wanting to know what your secrets are. Like, what are you hiding? Like, pile 2 can't be this perfect. Pile 2 can't be this happy all the time. What's really going on? Because there's no way they're this happy. There's no way they're this positive all the time. There's no way they're this fun all the time. People are wondering how and why, but the truth can be like that's just how you are. Like it doesn't have to be a front. You just are who you are. You are what you are. But I feel like a lot of people think about that like I can't, like they can't wait to know what the truth is really about you. Doesn't have to be in a negative way. For some people, yeah, it's in a negative way, like people preying on your downfall, could be, but for the most part, I feel like it might be a little bit of envy or jealousy, like some people wishing they could be as happy or wishing they can come off as vibrant as you. So it's kind of like, what's the secret? Like, how can you be so happy when you go through all this other stuff? Like, why can't I achieve that? So some people think about that. Projecting. Pointing out the actions of someone else, but really they are the things you do. I just mentioned just now that people are wondering how you can achieve something, how you can be something if they're not that. And I feel like this is just confirming it. A lot of people project their own feelings onto you. Like, I'm depressed and I'm not that happy, so how can pile 2 be that happy when they're depressed? Or I went through this thing and this is how I felt about it, but like how can pile 2 do that and not feel like this way, that way, or the other? Like everyone's different, you know. So I feel like a lot of people project their insecurities or their weaknesses onto you, pile 2, but you don't necessarily give into it. You're who you are, and I think that's a beautiful thing, to just worry about you, focus on you, and if people want to project on you, that's on them. But at the end of the day, you keep being you. You keep shining the way that you do. Toxic connection. Their relationship involves constant fighting on thin ice with each other, but trying to maintain the relationship. Okay. So, you know how I mentioned the ex-lover earlier? Some of y'all were in toxic relationships and people know you based off of the toxic relationship that you were in. So now when they think of you, they just think of like toxicity, or, oh yeah, there's Barbie and Ken. They were like crazy. They were all this other things. So some people might think of you for how you were in the past. Like if you were a toxic person, if you had a toxic relationship, they might identify you with your past, but that doesn't mean that's necessarily who you are anymore, but that's just kind of how they see it, how they view it. So some people do still have a mindset of who you were in the past. And that's okay. You can just prove it wrong. You can keep being who you are. But yeah, for some of you, you might still be in that toxic relationship, and people, of course, they just know you based off of the relationship you have right now. If you're in a toxic relationship, I hope that you love yourself and you choose the best for you, honestly. Next, we have nosy. All up in your business, asking too many questions, wanting every single detail. For some of you, people view you as being really nosy. You're really nosy. But there are also some people who are really nosy about you and want to know everything that's going on with you. So it's kind of split in the middle, I think half and half. Some of y'all are nosy, and I feel like you'll confirm it probably in the comments, like, yeah, I'm nosy. That's okay. I'm nosy too. I've been wanting to know everybody's tea, everybody's business. I don't want everybody up in mine though. So yeah, some people view you as nosy. Maybe you're one who's like maybe you're very inquisitive. So maybe you ask a lot of questions about people and you're not one to just have a bunch of small talk, but when you have a conversation, you ask a million things about that person. Or if they're working on a project, you ask 1,000 questions about that project. Like, you are the type of person to actually get invested in and ask things like that. So people can view you as nosy because you're so like, okay, you're asking 55 million questions. So like, oh, pile 2 is very nosy. And that might be the case, but nothing wrong with being nosy, as long as it's with good intention. And lastly, we got 7th house. This situation involves someone's partnership, marriage, business matters, could be enemies depending on the situation. Yeah, I think this just kind of goes back to what I said earlier. People identify you based on who you know. So perhaps they don't know you well, but they know your sister well, or they know your mom or your cousin or something. So they're like, oh, pile two's cousin, or like if your cousin's name is Sarah, like, oh, Sarah's cousin pile two, and like they just know you based off of third party, not necessarily who you really are. So some people view you based off of who you know, like, oh well, this person is like this and they're related to pile two, so pile two is probably like that too. So some people kind of assume. I think a lot of people put these stipulations in this box of you because you don't really let everyone know you, and that's amazing because everyone needs to protect their energy. So I think because you protect your energy so well, other people kind of think of like, oh well, pile two is probably like this or like that or something like that. And you're very selective on who you allow to like see fully. But yeah, I feel like that's how a lot of people view you. Not necessarily bad. I don't really see bad energy, but I feel like a lot of people view you as surface level because you don't really allow a lot of people to see you and to get to know you. And so that would be my next challenge for you. Like, allow people to see you and get to know you, and to just see who you are truly, because it's not fair to you that people don't get to see how amazing you are and they just get to see the surface, because you have so much to offer to this world. So yeah, let people see you. Pile two, you were amazing, you were fun, you were everything, you were that person. Okay, let them see you. So the last thing before we close out, I'm going to ask Spirit what advice that they want to give you. The deck that I'm using for this is, I'm trying to find the box. Where did I put my box? Oh, it's the Divine Abundance Oracle cards by Tosha Silver, and I'm gonna write in the description all the things that I use for the ones that I know. Okay, so Spirit, What last advice do you have for pile 2 before we close out? What do you want to say to pile 2 for their future, for right now, for the endeavors that they're going to enter, that they're going to embark on? What do you want to say, pile 2? Okay, yeah, 5 of these came out, and I feel like these are the 5 that they do want to tell you, so I'll let you know. Signs. Instincts are the message from the inner divine. Spirit is going to give you signs. Listen to your signs. Listen to your spirit. Listen to your intuition, okay? Faith. Miraculously, amazingly, everything I need always comes. Love is opening me to receive beyond anything I imagine. That is an affirmation. Say that affirmation over you. Have faith in what you believe in, and what spirit is going to give you, because they will bring you anything that you want them to bring, as long as you have faith and that you believe that you're worthy of it and it is coming to you. Claim that. Claim that. Deepening. Once you're on earth for enough lifetimes, your old soul will begin to long for non-grasping detachment and surrender. They bring the peace of God. I feel like this is more of like you're going to have more of an awakening. You're going to be more attached to the things that you need to attach to, and you're going to have more revelations. Excuse me. And Spirit is going to bring you a lot of clarity in some situations. Your path. Dear Lord, help me trust that there's a plan far beyond what I can see through my fears and illusions. Just like faith and deepening. I feel like Spirit is just confirming that they got you. Wherever it is that you want to go, whatever it is that you want to do, like your path is in Spirit's hands. Like you are going to be led there. Just believe that they're leading you there. Say your affirmations. Do a drawing board. What are those one boards called that, like the Pinterest boards, where you just put like everything that you want to do. I forget what the boards are called, but do something like that, because Spirit is definitely going to lead you wherever you want to go, but you have to figure out where you want to go first, and then Spirit's going to guide your steps for sure. And lastly, letting go. Everything is indeed out of control, and God will hold it all. I can safely let go. You can safely let go. Whatever it is that you need to let go, you can safely let it go, okay? You don't have to hold on to all of these things and this fear and your past mistakes and past exes and things that you did in the past. You don't have to hold on to it. You can let it go, and you can give it into Spirit's hands, and Spirit will guide you, okay, on your path, as long as you have faith, okay? Spirit is going to deepen your mindset. It's going to deepen your experiences and everything like that, and going to give you clarity through signs, okay? And I think that's the message that Spirit wants to leave you with. Thank you so much for tapping in, for tuning in, for being here. Thank you for supporting me. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. And if you want to like, share, comment, subscribe, anything like that, if you want to give me feedback on if you liked the message, if it resonated, if it didn't, I don't know. This is my first time doing it, so I don't really know what I'm doing. So yeah, anyway, thank you so much for being here. I hope you have an awesome day, and I wish you so much light, love, positivity, and beauty. Okay, bye. Thank you. Hi, Pile 3, and welcome to your reading. If you clicked on here for the Modern Witch Tarot deck, then this is a place for you. I'm going to clear out this space, clear out this area, because I don't want any of the energy from Pile 1 and Pile 2 to be in here. I want you to have your own separate energy, because it is completely different energies. Every deck has been different, and I just want the experiences to be different, you know. Normally I would want to record just the table. In Pile 1 I recorded just the table, but then the space on my phone, the storage, cut out, and I had no more storage, so now I have to record on my tablet, so you're forced to see my face. I am so sorry. Not like anyone's complaining, but yeah, that's why. So if you watched Pile 1 and you're watching pile 3 now. That is why it is recorded differently. I don't know, in the future maybe I'll figure out how to do, like, maybe I'll buy a camera or something like that. I don't know, but of course this is my first time doing everything, so I'm just kind of going with the flow and doing it. But yeah, this incense, since pile 1, it's not trying to burn fully, and like I don't know why it's doing that. It's so weird, because like I'm so used to it actually burning, and like there's no smoke. You see that? There's no smoke. That's so weird, right? Whatever. I don't want you to be like, girl, just start the reading. I'm so sorry. Okay. So, Spirit ancestors, thank you so much for being in this place. Thank you so much for speaking to us. Thank you for clearing out the energy in pile 1, pile 2. Right now, we're going to get started on pile 3, and we want you to just speak to us, okay? Tell us who we're talking to, who is tapping in to pile 3, okay? What message do you want to give to our pile 3 listeners, and how do you want to encourage them today? Because we want to give them as much encouragement as we can with their beautiful, amazing selves, okay? Thank you so much, Spirit, for being here and being welcoming. All right, cool. Oh, shoot. I'm like about to... Ow. Y'all, I'm all over the place. Oh my God. I don't know why I would touch hot fire and expect not to get burned. Anyway, let's tap into this, Spirit. All right, the Modern Witch Tarot deck. Spirit, I'm gonna get 3 cards from here that you want to share with our pile 3. What is it about pile 3 that you want to tell them who they are? We want to know, who is pile 3, okay? Who are they? What is the core of them? Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Black Queen. Maybe some of y'all are black women, just like me. Ace of Pentacles. Okay. Some of y'all got y'all stuff together. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, that's nice. That's some good energy. Strength. Beleza. Okay. All right, we're gonna stop there. Queen of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, and Strength. So first things first. In the other piles, I didn't talk about like physical characteristics or traits or anything like that, but I strongly feel like a lot of you that are tapping into this video, you are darker skin. You might be a black woman, you might be a Latina, but you might be a black Latina. And even if you're not a black Latina, I feel like a lot of you have more brown or caramel skin. Now if you don't, that is okay, baby. We accept everybody over here. All right. But I feel like for a majority of you, you are brown, darker skin. A lot of you might have curly or wavy hair. Yeah. Okay. Just for some reason, I feel like a lot of you have had struggles because of your skin. Maybe you have struggled with being as dark as you are, being as pale as you are, something like that. And maybe you're still coming to terms to accept who you are and to love yourself for the characteristics that you have, that you were born with. I'm feeling that strongly. I just want you to know that you are gorgeous, handsome, beautiful, amazing, loving, kind, sexy, the way that you are, okay? And it is okay for you to have the skin tone that you have, because you cannot change that at the end of the day. And if you do change that, it's not going to be as amazing as what you were born with, okay? So I just want to encourage you that you're amazing. You're beautiful the way that you are, okay? Yeah, starting with the Queen of Pentacles. Who am I talking to? I'm talking to someone who has got their stuff together, okay? A lot of y'all out there, you are head honchos. You know what you want and you will go after what you want. You will not let anything stop you. Y'all are go-getters. I'm getting strong Capricorn energy. Like, some of y'all have a work ethic that's like no other. Like, you stay with a bag, you keep a bag. Y'all know how Kiki Palmer is like Kiki, keep a bag Palmer. Like that's the energy that I'm getting from some of y'all. Y'all are a keep a bag person. You are not someone to just sit on your butt and be lazy and not do nothing and not go out of your way to like figure out this, that, and the third. Like you gonna have some type of side hustle, you gonna have some type of job, some type of income, but you ain't gonna sit there and just not do nothing, not pile three. So that's a strong energy I got from you. Y'all always up to something, always doing something, always figuring out the next thing to do, the next place to go, things like that. That's amazing. You have some very, very strong work ethic energy. Also, Ace of Pentacles, some of you have a new idea and you haven't necessarily gone through with it. Go through with it. Some of y'all have a business idea, or some of you are writers. You're thinking of writing a book, or like you write poetry or something like that, and you have an idea for what to write, but you haven't started writing it or drafting it out because you don't know all the details. You don't really know exactly what you want to do with it. It don't matter that you don't know the full extent of it. Do it. Pick up that pen and paper and start writing, because it's gonna come to you for sure. Yeah, that's some really big energy that I'm getting. Some of you have ideas of like something that you want to do. Maybe there's some place that you want to travel to, but you're kind of too scared. I don't know how many you want to travel with. I don't know when to go. Even though like you might have the money to go and like all these other things, right? But still, like at the same time, you're like too scared to actually go out and do it. Whatever it is, this pile, you have so many good ideas, so many things that can like change and transform yourself, other people around you. Go out and do it, okay? Your ideas are brilliant. You are trendsetters. You're going to start something, a fashion line. A lot of you, someone is strongly into fashion, because I don't know why I just randomly said a fashion line. Some of you want to start a fashion line. You have an idea for fashion, something like that, and you're like, I don't really know what to do. Start very small. I'm thinking some of you need to like start making TikTok videos, start posting your fashion on TikTok, or maybe you just started doing that. Yeah. You're gonna have to start small, but you're gonna see some fruit for sure. Yeah, y'all. Power 3 is something else. Once you make it, don't forget about me, okay? Make sure you like come be like, hey Deej, remember when you told me? I'll be like, nope, I don't remember, but like I supported you the whole way. Strength. You guys have a lot of endurance. However, the only thing holding you back sometimes is you. So although you have strength, you don't necessarily always tap into it. And I'm so sorry about my light. Oh my God. Y'all, whenever I move my head any type of which way, anyway, I don't know what to do about that. Maybe I need to adjust my brightness or something so it can stop doing that so much. But I don't know. Anyway, some of you guys are very strong. You're very strong-willed, strong-minded, but you hold yourself back sometimes. Like you have the ability to tame a lion if you wanted to. That is the type of willpower that you have. That is amazing. That is beautiful. That is awesome. Okay? So do it. Don't let it hold you back. Don't hold yourself back. I'm getting like strong Leo energy. Some of you are Leos or you're a fire sign. So yeah, you're go-getters for sure. Like, and some of y'all are like really attractive, really beautiful. Like, I don't know if you want to do something in the beauty industry, but like very, very attractive people. Leos are really attractive a lot of times too. I'm a Leo rising, so obviously we're really attractive. Just kidding. But yeah, so, well, I'm not kidding, but you know what I meant. So yeah, there's that. I feel like that is the energy of a lot of you coming in. If that sounds like you are at your reading. If that does not sound like you, then maybe you need to tap into a different pile. And if none of those sound like you, then this just isn't the reading for you. And that's totally fine, because Not everything's going to resonate with you all the time. Totally okay. Okay, so now that we know a little bit about you, we're going to get into what type of person you are. We're going to talk about the characteristics that you have. Yeah, we're going to talk about your characteristics, all that other stuff. We're going to air out some laundry, some of your baggage, things like that. I don't know what deck this is. My mama bought it for me. So, I don't know what it's called. I don't know where it came from. I'm going to have to ask her. Because she just gave it to me in like this little baggie. She probably don't even know, to be honest. But yeah. So we're going to get some details about you, pile 3. So pile 3, Spirit, let me know who is pile 3. Okay. 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 Who's pile 3? Give me some more characteristics for who is pile 3. Who is out? Who is our pile 3? Okay. I don't know what that noise was. Who is our pile 3? What's happening in this video? Okay. 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 One more. I feel like getting one more. Pile 3. Who's pile 3? Two more came out. Okay. So who are you, pile 3? What is Spirit saying about who is our pile 3? First things first. Oop. Anniversary. Some of y'all are married or you're very committed to someone. So you're someone that maybe people recognize you based on like who you're married to or something like that. Or you might have a very important date that people can recognize and like associate you with. Anniversary. I feel like there's a tradition that some of you want to start also, like a yearly tradition, like, oh, I want to do this like every year type of thing. Maybe you're like, I want to travel at this time every year or something, like, yeah. So I feel like that's the type of person that you are, type of thing that you should be doing, want to do, something like that. Change of heart. I feel like you change your mind very quickly. You're not someone to be set into something for very long, like all the time. Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, I feel this way about this thing, and then the next day you can be like, I feel a little bit differently about it. So yeah, I feel like you're the type of person that you will change your mind very quickly. Your heart will change about something, or you could have a certain mindset and viewpoint about something, and once you learn more information about it, you change your heart, you change your mind about it, which is beautiful, right? Because sometimes we're wrong about different stuff, and we can feel some type of way about something, but it's not until we learn more about it that we realize, oh, maybe I was wrong. Maybe that wasn't okay. So I feel like a lot of you guys are humble in that. Next, disappearing act. Oof, you have no problem cutting people off. You're the type of person that if someone crosses you the wrong way, you cutting them off with, you don't even really think about it. And that goes with change of heart too. Like once you're like, I don't like that. Like you cut people off. So that's not necessarily a bad thing, especially if someone is very toxic. So yeah. Romance. Some of you are very romantic. That's so cute. You're so romantic. Yeah, I think some of you like romance. Maybe you like the idea of romance. Maybe you've never even really been romantic with someone, but you just love, right? I think that is you in this pile, especially because everything that's come out so far is like love, hearts, like this anniversary, love, heart, disappearing act, but it has roses, this romance, like y'all are like lovey-dovey type people. Like you love, you are gonna bend over backwards, forward, sideways, front ways for some love, okay? And that's awesome because that means you really care and cherish about the ones that you love. For sure. Very romantic. Breakthrough. Some of y'all gonna see a breakthrough. Very soon. And I think romantically, yeah, that's what I'm getting. Ooh, romantically, some of y'all gonna see a breakthrough. And oh, look what's next. Union. Yeah. Some of y'all have been having maybe some troubles with the person that either you're married to or you're dating. You're gonna see a breakthrough in your union for sure. Or if you're like waiting for a ring, you're gonna get a ring soon. Or if you've been waiting to like date someone, someone hasn't committed, they're gonna commit. And even if they're not gonna commit, you're gonna have a breakthrough, or you're gonna have an ending to where this can come in after that. Okay, so don't be sad if there's an ending and you're like, oh, I thought that was my person. Like, maybe they're not your person, but the person for you is going to come in after that, and they're going to be better suited for you. Okay, they're going to be so beautiful, so awesome, so amazing. So there's that. Walk a mile. You're a very empathetic person. You can walk a mile in someone else's shoes, and you can imagine how you would feel in a certain type of situation, and that's amazing, because not everyone has a heart in that way to be able to empathize with someone else, but you have the ability to make yourself uncomfortable, to think about a situation that maybe doesn't involve you, maybe doesn't even affect you, and just think like, how would I feel within that? Like, I'm getting that you're a very good friend to those around you. Like, you know how to love people well, not just romantically, but like, you know how to love your friends and your family well too. And that's beautiful. I love that. Nightlife. Some of y'all are party animals. But not even just that, but for some reason I got that like some of y'all like really like to get busy at night, if you know what I mean. Like, nighttime is when, you know, the snake be up, or the kitty be purring, like, type of thing. Like, you at night is like where you're like your most wild, your most you. And this ain't even a like 18 plus reading, so I'm so sorry for even mentioning that, but yeah, I got that strongly, especially for those of you who are into romance and stuff like that, for sure. So that's the type of person you are. You seem like a very nice person, someone that people would just love to enjoy to be around. I love that. I love that for you. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Okay, so now we are going to get into how other people see you. Now that we saw who you are truly, let's see how other people are viewing you, okay? So we're going to go back into our tarot. We're going to figure out, what are other people saying, feeling, thinking about you? How are they viewing you? All right. Okay, Spirit. Okay, Five of Swords. How are other people viewing our pile 3? What do other people think about pile 3 when they think of pile 3? Okay. Five of Swords. I feel like you are not someone who shies away from conflict. Pile 3, do you like to argue? Are you an argumentative person? I feel like you are the type of person that if I got something to say, you gonna hear what I have to say. And I do not care if you like it, if you don't like it, you gonna hear my mouth. That's the type of energy that I get from you, pile 3. Yeah, you're not someone to shy away from conflict. Like, this person has all the swords and these people are walking away, and you're like, I will give you a sword to fight me. I do not care. I know I got 3 swords. I will give you one of them just to fight me, just to battle me on this, because you gonna hear what I have to say, and we're gonna duke it out. And yeah, that's the energy that I give, that when people see you, when people know you, when they think about you, they know like pile 3 is not the person that you want to argue with. They're not the type of person that's going to be persuaded by anything and everything. Like, they are going to state their opinion whether you like it or not. You're very strong-willed, and you're very much like, I feel how I feel, and that is that. But people also see you as the magician. So that's very interesting. Because I feel like people see you as someone who is magical, who's able to make something out of nothing, who's able to just bring so much beauty to chaos. Yeah. Yeah. And I feel like even with this, with people who see you as like a conflict type of person, they don't see it necessarily in a negative way. Like, yeah, yeah, maybe you might have conflict and stuff, but you're not the type to leave it at conflict. Like, you like to make up with people, and everything that you say is like out of best interest of heart. It's not out of like malice or spite or anything like that. So they see you as someone who is like, who appreciates reconciliation, and yeah, you're just very wholesome. You're, yeah. Yeah, I think people really see you as that. We got the devil in reverse. So what I see with this is like I said earlier, with people seeing that you have conflict and stuff like that, I think some people get the wrong impression, and they think that you're like trying to be mean or trying to be rude or something like that. But that's not the truth. I think at first it might come off that way, but then they realize like, oh, okay, actually, like, pile 3 is not saying this because they want to be mean, but pile 3 is saying this or being this way because they care, because they love me. And that's where this magician energy comes in, because it's like, oof, that hurts, that kind of stings. Like, man, you're coming off like very, very strongly, but at the end of the day, you are still someone who like is reconcilable. I think that's the word that I'm looking for. You're someone who can still reconcile a situation, and they appreciate that, because for the people you love and you care about, you're going to go out of your way to make sure that they're good, that they're straight, and that you guys are on the same page, and they know that like you care about them. So even though like it might sting, like, you're still going to love them, and like you're gonna circle the block to make sure that they're good, and that they understand where you're coming from. Not in a like, you need to understand me and you have to see my viewpoint, but it's like, I want you to understand that I care about you, which is why I said what I said and how I said it, type of person. So like, at first I feel like people get the wrong impression that maybe you're trying, like, maybe you're mean or you're rude or something like that. But then I think because you go out of your way to like come back and be like, hey, here's what I meant, here's how I meant it, people will begin to understand you a lot more. Okay, so we're going to get into what type of thoughts and feelings do people have about you, pile 3. We're going to use this deck, What's the Tea Spill? It's by at Starry Eyed Tarot 777. That's either YouTube, Instagram channel. I don't really know. My mom gave me this deck also, so who knows? But I'm pretty sure if you are interested in this deck that you can find this person. So yeah, let's find out. What do people say, think, feel about you, pile 3, when you were not in the room? What are people saying about you? What is the tea about you? What do they say, think, feel when you are not in the room? What do people say, think, feel about you, pile 3? What do people say, think, feel about pile 3, spirit? People say, think, and feel about pile 3. Okay, so we got 3 cards to start with. What do people say, think, feel about pile 3? Okay, let's get 2 more. What do people say, think, feel about pile 3? 1 more. What do they say, think, and feel about pile 3? What do they say, think, and feel about pile 3? Okay. Alright, so here's what people say, think, and feel about you, pile 3. First, we got eavesdropping. A peeping Tom looking over someone's shoulder, listening to your private conversations. So some people think you're an eavesdropper, that you just be listening. Maybe you're not one to like say much, but like when you walk into a room and people are talking, you just kind of sit there quietly, like you don't really give your feedback, you don't say much, and they're like, you stay listening, you stay like being nosy and thinking about like, oh, okay, I know that you're listening. So a lot of people view you as maybe someone who's an eavesdropper. It doesn't necessarily mean you're a gossiper, but like you listen to everyone's stuff. Like, oh, you know a little something about everyone. Like if you work in the office or something, and people be talking about other people, like you know what everyone's saying, but you don't necessarily say to everyone else what everyone's saying, but like you know everyone's secrets type of thing, because you be listening, you have your ears to the streets. I think that's how a lot of people view you. Long distance. A strong emotional commitment to another who is far away and often beyond physical access most of the time. Some of you guys are in a long distance relationship. Some of you can have long distance friends, or maybe you just moved to another country or state or something and you're far away from everyone that you love. So a lot of people can be thinking of you because you're far away, because you're not anywhere close to them. Divorce. Broken relationship, lost connection, severed ties. Some of you could have gotten a divorce sometime soon. I'm not feeling like it's necessarily divorce fully, but some of you, it could be you're in a long-term committed relationship and you broken up recently and you realize your worth and they just weren't worth it. So yeah, some of you, maybe you just got out of something like that as well. So people can be thinking about that as well when they think about like, oh man, they're going through a divorce. So your friends, your loved ones can be thinking like, oh, pile 3 is going through this type of thing. Low vibes, bad energy. Oops. Low vibrational person, energy that feels dark, dense, and heavy, harboring suffering, fear, and anger. I feel like for some of you, yeah, for a lot of people see you as having low vibrational energy. And that's mostly because, like I said earlier, the way that you talk, the way you come off to people is very, it can be very assertive. It can be very, straight to the point, and not everyone is used to that, so they can see your energy as being too much, it's all over the place, as too judgmental and things like that, even if that's not the case, even if that's not your intention. A lot of people can view it in that way. So excuse me. So yeah, I think some people view you like that. Intimidated. A lot of people are intimidated by you. Okay. And I think it's just the way you speak, the way you come off, it can be a lot stronger, like I said, than what people are used to. So they might be really intimidated by the way that you think, the way that you come across. You might be very sure of yourself when you talk, so it makes people who are a lot more shy kind of cower away. You could also be very attractive, so people are intimidated by how attractive you are as well. Yeah, some of y'all are fine. I'm not even. I can already feel it. I can already see it. Some of you guys are very attractive. So people are intimidated not just by your intelligence and the way that you talk, but because you're physically attractive. And y'all know you're attractive too. That's the thing. You know you're attractive, so you walk like you are. Okay. Fake friends. This came out in pile 1, so maybe some of you want to visit pile 1 and give that a listen. But it says pretends to be buddy buddy when you come around, but talk smack about you when you leave. What I'm getting from this is some of you try to be friends with everyone, but you know you don't want to be friends with everyone. And the people you don't want to be friends with, you talk about them. And like other people know that you talk about them, and they kind of know you talk about them. So maybe not do that anymore. Just cut them off, okay? But yeah. People notice this about you, that you talk about other people when they're not there. And if that don't apply to you, let it fly. But for some of y'all, people notice. witchcraft. Someone could be using magic to get their way. Some of y'all might be witches. Some of you guys might be into tarot and like doing spells and stuff like that. Some of you could be, or some of you could be like really thinking about, like obsessively thinking about someone, that it kind of turns into a form of like witchcraft, I guess. Yeah, some of you are really into someone and like you're really trying to manifest someone to be with, and that person is not your person. I'm telling you right now. You really want to be with them and you're really trying your best to manifest them, but I'm telling you, if you were to be with that person, you're not even gonna like them, you're not even gonna want them. So be careful what you manifest, because you could be manifesting someone and then end up like in a horrible situation, relationship. So be careful, because your manifestations can turn into witchcraft. Hidden agendas. Pay attention to this person, because they have other plans than the ones they've revealed. You got someone in your energy who does not like you, who does not have the best intentions for you. Just, yeah. If that's not you, then maybe it's not you. But some of you, right when I said that, you thought of someone, and the person you thought of, yeah, you were right. So, yeah, there's that. I know this is supposed to be like what people think of you, but I think it's a mixture between like what people think of you and like what you need to know, I guess. I don't know, but it's coming out, so I'm gonna just tell you. Oh, let me have it. My hair all over this. Poker face. Not showing emotion, unable to be read, revealing no hint of thoughts or feelings. Yeah, we talked about that earlier. Some people, they don't really know what to think when they talk to you, when you like encounter them, when you have conflict and stuff. They don't really know how to feel about it, because you don't necessarily like wear all of your emotions out. You don't come off as like you're sad about it or anything like that. So they're like, I don't know if they're like trying to be mean, or if they're just like, that's just how they are. So yeah, some people don't really know how to take you and your energy. 11th house. 1, social groups, friendships, personal affiliations, and social life. A lot of people can recognize you by the friendships that you have. So maybe you have some really good friends, or maybe you have some party friends or something like that, where you guys are always in a group and together. And maybe you post about this a lot on social media, so when people think of you, they can think of you and your friend group or something like that. But yeah, I think a lot of people recognize you by the company that you keep. And lastly, we have 3rd house. How one processes knowledge, rules communication, one's generosity, and social life. Yeah, so again, people recognize you, and people view you as someone who's very communicative and maybe knowledgeable about a lot of stuff. Yeah, and they notice the way that you communicate and the way that you talk. Yeah. Okay, cool. So we got all that out of the way. So with that being said, let's go into our last thing, which is guidance from your spirit guides. What advice do your spirit guides want to give you? The deck that I'm using is the Divine Abundance Oracle cards by Tosha Silver. I'm going to link everything below. Okay, Spirit, so what last guidance and advice do you want to give to pile 3? What is it that you want to tell pile 3 before they head on out and continue their day, their week, their month, whatever it is? What do you want to tell pile 3 about themselves? Let's get 3 cards. What last advice do you want to give pile 3, Spirit? What last advice do you want to give pile 3? Last advice for pile 3. One more. The last advice for pile 3. This one's come out. Okay. Love. Let the wall fall that separates me from my own vulnerable inner child. I long to take care of myself like never before. So Spirit wants to remind you to love yourself, okay? Through the process, through everything that you're going through, through all of the changes, the challenges, everything that you have. Remember to love yourself in the whole process, because you're not going to be perfect. None of us are. And that is okay. That is 100% okay. So I feel like Spirit is just reminding you that, yeah, some of you need some inner child healing too. So take care of that. Work on healing your inner child. Flow. Allow me, divine, to move with the flow and respond with calmness and peace. Okay, so some of you need to flow a little bit more like water. You need to be more like this and not like this, all sporadic all over the place. Yeah, some of you need to tap into more peace and calmness. You might be a little bit quick to frustration or anger or something like that, and Spirit's just reminding you to be more peaceful, to be more calm about certain situations. And lastly, we have sanctity. Through offering, even the most mundane problem can become a sacrament. Okay, so even though you're doing something every day, it can still be something that is wholesome and amazing. Okay, so remember that. You might be doing the same thing over and over again, but how you view it is what makes it important. I know some of y'all get bored very quickly. Some of y'all are tired of the same old, but through the mundane things, the things that you constantly keep doing, there's still wisdom. There's still things to learn, things to see, things to grow from. So don't forget that, okay? And I feel like that's all the messages that I have for you today. Thank you so much for tapping in. I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful, awesome, amazing, humble, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious day. Okay, if you want to like, share, comment, subscribe, please feel free to do that. If this message did something for you, if it resonated with you, yeah, let me know. If it didn't resonate, even let me know that too. That don't got nothing to do with me. If it didn't resonate, I don't know why you sat here and listened to the whole thing if it didn't, but that's okay. I'd rather you sit and listen than to just click off. But yeah, anyway, thank you so much. I hope you have a great and amazing day. And yeah, bye.